presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. It's second round coverage of the Alberta Classic.
That is a huge opening tee shot.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie.
Great start.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That will be a great look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here, a par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
He'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Second shot here on the par 5 third at Banff Springs.
Even though the green's protected by bunkers on the left, everything sort of kicks from the player's right to the left. So you can land that ball on the right section of the green, allow it to feed towards the flag. Very low round today.
Frank, it's always fun to play a par 3 just like this one.
The ball's going to go further. Obviously get to tee it up. Should be able to carry that water. That's really the only problem for the player in front. But once again, another good chance for a birdie.
192-yard par 3 fourth. Well, that's how it's done. The approach shot is within 10 feet and another good look. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Setting himself up for a good weekend, the wily golf instructor makes his birdie. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Good-looking shot right here. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday and trying for another one today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 6th here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. It's a generous fairway. You could hit any club down there and you're not going to have a problem with the second shot. So it's just trying to find a yardage that you're comfortable with. That was nuclear.
Second shot. Good look at the green. And he's made it onto the green now. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, Frank, this is the longest hole on the golf course. 602 yards. Obviously a par 5, though. But guys like Rory have to be thinking about making an easy 4, getting home in 2.
Yeah, you referenced it. Longest hole on the golf course. Yet Rory McIlroy still reached it in 2.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation.
You want to know the difference between good scores and average scores? That.
Right there. Chalk that up as a birdie for the scorecard. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank. Only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. You just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie. Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3 8th. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5. An interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s and 3 par 4s. This one not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one you have to be a little bit careful though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
This is a good-looking shot. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Has it. Good putt right there. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Wow, I didn't expect that.
No, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Out of the 11th hole, it's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the 2 little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Drops for a birdie. All right, on to the 12th hole, 442-yard par 4. What do you like about this hole, Frank?
Just a nice par 4 that sort of bends to the player's right. A lot of people will just stand up here, grab the driver. I don't really think you have to do that, Rich. The hole's not overly long. Just something short or down that left side. You're only going to have a short iron in for your second shot. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Early part of this second 9 with a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. This can be a cruel game at times. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Thirteenth hole, par 3, 225 yards and heavily bunkered around that green, Frank.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. stroked that with authority. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dogleg to the right with bunkers all over the place. It's sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Pretty stout second shot here at the par 4 15th. And Frank, what's the right way to shape this one?
It's actually one of the few shots you'd probably want to hit left to right. Notice the entry of the green is more on that left side of the green. Green does pitch back to the player as well, so maybe a little cut in here for a change.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. In the hole, and a birdie. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Good putt. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one, short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here in the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
What a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here.
Bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.
Frank, it may be obvious you'd rather have a ball sitting up perfectly in these fairways as opposed to the deep rough off to the left or right. But how is a player able to take advantage when he has that good lie?
Well, anything better than that would be sitting on a tee. That is a perfect lie. It almost guarantees good contact.
Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. Eyeing this putt for a birdie. Continues to roll the ball very well. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.